from 9 on Your Side Sports, this is Friday Football Frenzy.
Good evening, everyone. It is the final Friday of September, and it's begun to feel like football. Jackets and blankets, sweatshirts were in the stands tonight.
So were a lot of people, too.
Yeah.
There were some great games on this Friday night, including a couple of head-to-head matchups in the GCL South. In fact, let's go straight off the top to St. X, where Doug Ramsey and his Panthers were trying to hand St. X its first loss of the season. The Bombers up 7-6 in the third. And in a defensive game, the Bombers' defense was solid. Sean Muse, the sack of Elder quarterback Michael Bittner. Key moment of the game here is St. X quarterback Chase Wolf. The toss to Cameron Speck. Speck works his way into the end zone. Questionable, though, if he does. But the call goes to the Bombers, and St. X goes up 14-6. Still, Elder had a chance to win this game, but you can't do this. Bittner picked off of the end zone by Johnny Morocco. And then, with under a minute to go in the game, Elder inside the Bombers' 10, but the Panthers cannot find the end zone, and St. X holds on for the win. 14-6 is the final. St. X is 6-0. Elder falls to 3-3.
To Laughlin, Rutgers Stadium, both Moeller and LaSalle trying to shake off losses from last week. Mo quarterback Miles McBride watching from the sidelines in a boot, injured a week ago against St. X. Here's the kickoff to start the second half. Moeller's up 14-7. LaSalle's Sam Hildebrand headed to Bucknell to play football next year, but right now he's headed to the end zone. Plays like this show you why he's going to school to play. 94 yards up the far sideline. 14-13 game. Catch of the year candidate here, 4th and 7. Nick Grimes replacement. Wow. Mitch McKenzie lobs it to Jack McCracken, who makes the diving one-handed grab for the score. But it's UC commit Josh Wiley and the Lancers who escape with a 28-24 win in their GCL opener, setting up a huge King of the Road showdown with St. X Friday at Balaban Field, both undefeated in GCL play, both defending state champs. Last night we saw Fairfield win for the 4th time in the GMC. The Indians have the league lead. And
the Indians play Mason and Colerain very soon. Guess which two teams played against each other tonight? Probably Mason and Colerain. At Colerain High School tonight, the Cardinals seized home field advantage. Tom Bolden, always intense, always contentious, always a Cardinal. But hang on, here come those comments. On the opening drive, Charles Sipe, it's good, it's 3-0 Mason. For as much attention as the Colerain offense gets, its defense is very good. Mason's Will Adams on the scramble, but Dan Bolden hunts him down and drops him. Big sack, big celebration, and now some attention for that Cardinals offense. J.J. Davis shedding would-be tacklers and rumbling 32 yards for a Colerain touchdown, and Colerain rolls. It goes to 4-2. 36-10 was the final. A win over the Mason Comets. And in the Commonwealth tonight, I had all the appearances of a mismatch. 1A Beechwood up against 6A Power Simon Kenton, but Beechwood was 4-1 going into this game, and it was at home.
And Ken, the Pioneers against the Tigers, and Ken is right. That home field at Beechwood can make a big difference, and the fans did come out in force. Beechwood with the first score of the game, but Simon Kenton scores when Matt Shear fakes the handoff to Austin Hammock. He keeps it for the touchdown. It's tied up at 7. A lot of punting early in this game. Then there were a few key place kicks as the game continued. Simon Kenton takes the lead here, and then it's another field goal for the Pioneers. They go in front 13-7. Now in the third quarter, Mitchell Courts gave the lead to Beechwood, but only briefly. Simon Kenton responded and went on to win tonight's game 22-14. We're only halfway home. We'll have highlights from tonight's game at Batavia, West Claremont, and Ludlow, among others, when we come back.
Only halfway home?
Only halfway.
You go ahead, I'll take Uber.
Okay.
Actually, East met West tonight in what's always one of the biggest games north of 275. We head to Westchester next when the football frenzy continues in just a moment.